Hello, it's me, RR Lee, and this is the Flan Tofu Survivor. Now, Flan is the absolute powerhouse, without question, out of all of the Tofus because she gets all of the best weapons. Aside from the machine gun, that's kind of It really sucks in all honesty. But we do have our giant taser that we're going to use to stun every zombie that we come across. And we also have a rocket launcher that we're going to be saving for the middle and end of this. So the main weapon that we're going to be using is this lightning gun. It is so much better than a handgun or shotgun because with the handgun, we have to aim at their head or legs to stun a zombie. And with a shotgun, they still have the opportunity to fall towards us. This lightning gun makes them stand at attention. It holds them in place. It is perfect. This is probably my favorite weapon in Resident Evil 2, is this big taser. I have no idea why in the original game it's just locked up in the sewer. And for Leon has a flamethrower. Why would either of those things be in the sewer? But I love that this is there. I love that this is for us to use. It is just perfect. Now for these dogs, we're throwing the grenade when we get about halfway up the bridge. A third of the way up, they'll aggro to us. We throw it when we get about halfway up to blind all of them so that we can get by. For that first dog, for that first one that does come to us while we're stunning that female zombie, we just have to get lucky, in all honesty. We just have to get lucky by running to the left and then to the right, or vice versa. It will give a better chance of not getting bitten, but that is essentially the only RNG in this that we need to get through without having to take damage, or without having to worry about taking damage, I should say. Now for these guys, we can just stun the first one, then the second, back to the first, and we can run. The second one won't be able to catch up to us. And the first one won't be able to turn around in time since we stun him a third time. Now, this zombie, is he? Yep, he's on the stairs. For all of the attempts that I've had for this one, for whatever reason, he's always on the stairs. He's just in different positions based off of who you play on, I guess. Because for Hunk, that was like a 1 in 10 chance, I want to say. 1 out of every 10 times he'd be on the stairs. But for Flan, the last few times I played it, he's just always there with his back to us. I have no idea what he had to come down for and why he's going back up, but he's been there. For this room, we're going to run close to that zombie. Again, we want to brush up against them because the alternative is into a pillar, and that would bring us to a stop. Now for this liquor, we're going to aim up. As soon as he walks into it, we are going to stun him. We're going to burn him to a crisp. I'm going to stun him again. I don't like the way that he fell. I just really don't like this liquor. So much RNG in this because 50% of the time he'll do like a tongue whip, and the other 50% of the time he'll do a slash that you can run by. It's just, I just hate it. I just hate it. I wish that it would be more consistent in what you would be able to do, instead of, if you were to get damaged by that, it would be avoidable. Like, make it in some way avoidable. Like this damage over here, it is avoidable. These two dogs and all the other zombies that happen to be around them, they're getting blown up by this rocket launcher. That is avoidable damage right there. That is guaranteed avoidable. We're gonna do a stun and run. Stun this guy, run, and we're gonna try and stun this other guy. Stun and run. All the other zombies won't be able to catch up to us. It's the same as if we would have a regular gun. It seems like it would just take a little bit longer to do because of the animation, I guess. It feels that way too to me. Once we get even with the door, we're gonna run into it so that the dogs can't catch up to us. And for Mr. X, we are going to shoot him in the head with this. One shot will down him. so long as we fully charge it. Anything that's not a full charge on this just stuns, which is kind of weird to me. It needs to fill up all the way and the lightning bolt does the damage, but anything short of that is just a stun. I don't think it actually deals any damage. Pretty weird. Still my favorite gun though. We're gonna stun this guy and we're gonna hold it so that we can get through the door. Gonna kill this guy. And we're gonna kill... Nah, we're just gonna stun him because I thought on the left side a zombie was coming a little closer to us, and if he was, I was going to kill that one and then stun him so that I wouldn't get grabbed on the way out. But he was staying on his left side. He was staying on the left, so there's no need to kill him. We're just gonna stun these two zombies. Just hold the stun. If you need to walk somewhere, if you need to get closer to a door to avoid other zombies, just hold the stun. You don't have to press and release like I'm doing. Like that police zombie before we came into this hallway. We can just hold the stun. And Mr. X should be in the room up ahead. If he does the 3 or 4 footsteps that you hear down the hallway, then he's not going to catch up with us. He will be in this room over here instead. He will be in the locker room. And like with the last couple of tofus, he will go back to his spawn point whenever he's able to get to it, because they have the footsteps, but I still think that he is downed by the time we get over here, and the footsteps are just for ambiance, and it still takes him time to actually spawn where those ivies are and then walk around to us. But when he does get to us, we are going to shoot him in the head again. Mr. X's entire body outside of his head for this mode is bulletproof, so we need to shoot him in the head when he comes out. As he's coming out, once he gets over here where the walls come together, where they have that vent up there, then he'll start to turn around. He'll stand in place and start to turn around. So as long as we walk back, we can wait for him to stand in place and get an easy headshot on him. These two ivies are going to get burnt, and you can see how time consuming this is. That's why we need to down Mr. X. That's why we need to down Mr. X. And for the zombie that comes out of the door, since we down Mr. X, if we would be uncomfortable with running behind him, we can stun and run. We can stun and kill both of them, actually. Stun, hold, burn them out. And we can stun the next guy and run around them. I was just doing that to show I was going to run around, but for one attempt, they actually did grab and take a bite out of Flan, which upset me greatly. For this next room, we are going to use our second rocket launcher round, our rocket-propelled grenade. We're going to kill everybody that is going to bust out of this room, because if we take too long, you think that we would be able to pick them all off with our giant taser gun, but they actually spawn in like 3 or 4 zombies right behind us as soon as we come into that room, and they will swarm and just gank us. They will just gank us into oblivion. They will stun lock us. We are not the one who gets stun locked. We are the one who does the stun locking. This next room over here, again, there's a dog or two here. They're not going to get us so long as we make a curve. Never been bitten by those dogs. Same with the one that's at the top of the stairs in the main area. Well, no, I've gotten bit by that dog once on a different mode, but those dogs hasn't happened once yet. I guess that it still believes that it is a good boy. I'm not gonna pet it though. Now down here, we're gonna stun Mr. X. We're gonna take him down just to be safe. Just to be safe, because we are going to be stopping to shoot the rocket launcher. And I think he moves faster if the camera's not on him. I really do think that he moves faster if the camera's not on him. Because I remember him not being on that stairwell when coming down here before. and all of a sudden, when shooting the rocket launcher over here, he was able to punch me from behind. So he either teleported, or he just yeeted himself down those stairs. Once we get halfway down the stairs, we're going to aim for the blue zombie that is laying down, and it should get rid of everybody that is below this staircase. It should get rid of everybody. It will stun everybody at the very least, and make it clear for us to go. And with that, that is Flan. That is the Flan Tofu Survivor. No damage.
I wanted to meet the Grim Reaper.
$10.16. That's like 4 minutes faster than my last successful attempt that I did when I was taking damage, because I kept playing through this. I kept playing through this until I was getting no damage. And I'm happy that I did. I'm happy with this. I'd like to thank you for watching. I really appreciate it. And I hope that you'll enjoy the next one as well. Goodbye.